Listen to that. That is the sound of a mistake, a very happy mistake. In the Victorian era, when the railways were reshaping Kent, this village was largely bypassed. The train line reached Headcorn and Pluckley, but it missed Smarden. At the time, many locals feared it would be disastrous. Today, many would argue it was the single most important reason Smarden survived unchanged. While other villages expanded around their stations, Smarden remained relatively untouched. In many ways, it feels frozen in time. Welcome to what is often described as one of the prettiest villages in Kent. Today, we are finding out whether this time capsule lifestyle is actually practical for a modern buyer. We will talk about the quiet, the community, the school run, and, crucially, the cost of living in a village that history largely passed by. First, it is important to understand what you are buying into. Smarden is not just a collection of houses, it is a village shaped by centuries of wealth and trade. In the medieval period, it was a prosperous centre for the wool industry, home to successful cloth merchants. That legacy explains why the buildings here are so impressive. These are not simple farm cottages. Many are substantial hall houses built to signal status and success. That is Smarden's unique appeal. You are buying grand, high-ceilinged, characterful architecture, but set within a quiet rural village. It is a rare combination in Kent. A common concern with villages this attractive is that they can feel lifeless during the week. Smarden largely avoids that. Because it sits away from major roads, the community here has remained active and self-reliant. The Smarden Community Store is a perfect example. Run by the village for the village, it is not just somewhere to buy essentials. It is a social hub where people catch up, buy local produce and check the notice board. It has won awards for good reason. If you move here, you are expected to engage. This is not an anonymous place. If you want to blend into the background, a larger town may suit you better. Then there are the pubs. You have the Chequers Inn, a historic timber-framed inn ideal for a traditional Sunday lunch. And you have the Flying Horse, a friendly local at the heart of village life. Having two thriving pubs in a village of this size is increasingly rare. It gives Smarden a genuine social life within walking distance, something that matters in rural living. Now, the obvious drawback, Smarden does not have a train station. For some people, that is a deal breaker. For others, it is the point. If you commute to London, your journey begins with a drive. Headcorn Station is around 10 minutes away and offers mainline services to London Bridge in roughly an hour. In practice, most households rely on at least one car, often two. There is a bus service, but it is not designed for tight commuter schedules. Living here requires a mindset shift. You trade convenience for peace and quiet. You add time to your journey, but remove background noise from your life. Whether that trade-off works depends entirely on you. For families, the village dynamic is small but strong. Smarden Primary School sits within the village and has a close-knit community feel. The parents you meet at the school gate are the same ones you see in the shop or at village events. It feels safe and familiar. For secondary education, families typically look towards Ashford grammar schools or independent options such as Sutton Valence. Smarden is usually outside the Cranbrook School catchment, so that should not be assumed. Access to good schools is there, but it usually involves a bus or a drive. Now let's talk price. Smarden is a premium village. Property values are generally higher than in nearby villages like Headcorn or Staplehurst. That premium is driven by scarcity, conservation controls, and strong demand. Broadly, you see two types of homes. First, heritage properties, Grade 2 listed houses with exposed beams, inglenook fireplaces, and uneven floors. They are beautiful and tend to hold value well, but they require commitment. Second, sensitively designed modern homes. Because Smarden is a conservation area, development is limited. Instead of large estates, you find small clusters of high-quality houses discreetly integrated into the village. This keeps supply low and demand steady. So who is Smarden for? It is not for someone who needs constant convenience or urban buzz. It is not for the commuter who needs a train 5 minutes after waking up. It is for people seeking calm. For professionals who want to decompress at the end of the day. For retirees who want to be part of a real community. For families who value space, familiarity, and a strong sense of place. Smarden stopped trying to be a town centuries ago. It chose to be a home, and in a world that is getting faster and louder, there is a real premium on peace and quiet. Thanks for watching, and I hope you found this video useful. Help me create more videos like this by hitting subscribe.